You might be asking yourself, why am I still single as a believer? Why is this happening? And some people will be saying to you, oh, maybe you're doing something wrong. Maybe you're not pleasing to the Lord. So we need to get things straight here about this, because that's a load of rubbish, generally speaking. Because Job, in all his suffering, had his three friends who were with him, supposedly to comfort him. They concluded that because God had allowed Job to go through tough times, much suffering, everything seems to be disaster after disaster after disaster. I mean, in the Bible, can't really read anybody who suffered such catastrophes, one after the other, like Job. Yet Job refused to curse God. In other words, Job refused to say negative things to the Lord and to really mean it. But his friends concluded that he must be doing something bad and he's unrighteous, and that's why the Lord's allowing these bad things to happen to him. And the important thing is to know from Job, who had no insight to the spirit world, as it were, like we have now through the book of Job. We can understand that the enemy's involved in attacking Christians. That Job was indeed a righteous man, and God was pleased with Job. So if you're a single person and people are saying these things to you, they just do not know what's going on in the background. The Lord has his purpose for everything. And I guess one of the hardest things to accept is waiting for someone special to come into your life. You may be looking around for such a one, looking out here and there, trying different methods to see if the Lord would use them, but still, year after year, nothing seems to be happening. No doors seem to be opening. And I just want to encourage you that the Lord is fully with you. And if you're able to carry on and maintain your integrity and not to give up for the Lord, truly he will bless you exceedingly and abundantly above all you can ask or think, no matter what age you are. When he brings that special person across your path, it may be the first person for you, maybe a second or a third, I don't know what your circumstances are. But be assured, if you wait upon the Lord, even when hope seems to have gone, the Lord will bless you greatly. The thing is with Job, as I said, he suffered so much, he lost so much. But listen to this, right? I've said it so many times before in these little messages. At the end of Job's days, the Lord blessed him twice as much as he had before. So he had double the amount of sheep and oxen and cattle, all these things. He had 7 children after that, and he lived a good long life afterwards as well. And the Lord prospered him greatly prospered him because of his waiting upon the Lord, refusing to give up, refusing to accept defeat and just turn away from God. You know, when you're single for a long time and you see everybody else getting their blessings, perhaps in your eyes they're better looking than you are, more attractive, more beautiful, more handsome, whatever, you know, it can get you down, and it could make you feel to be bitter towards the Lord or how he's treating you. And you may feel like he's set you up as a target just to practice sending trials to, like a dart, firing his arrows at you just as a practice piece. And that's how I felt. I felt the Lord was it felt like he was just picked on me. Out of all the thousands of people around, he picked on me just as a practice thing for just to try, for the sake of trying, because I was a random person picked out. That's the way it felt. Of course, at the time I didn't actually believe that, but that's how you feel. You say, Lord, why have you picked on me? Why all this? Why this? But now, looking back at it all, I'm greatly blessed. I am greatly blessed. And I want to say to you guys out there that if you're still waiting, you may not have waited very long. You may have waited many years, and It's really tough. But trust me, according to the Word of God and according to what He's done for me as well, it will really be worth it. You really will get a wonderful blessing for waiting for His time, and He will reward you and make up for all those years that you've lost. So be encouraged, don't give up, and like Job, He will bless you too, abundantly, wonderfully, incredibly, far above what you can ask or imagine.